Hello, guys. ChaseWins.com. Wednesday, March the 2nd. Free play video time. I got a bunch for you. But it's going to be a big Wednesday. Got a couple announcements to make, let you know what we've got going on. Apparently, there was some confusion last night within the free play video about what the March Madness packages did or didn't include and how they were what was what and all this stuff. So I'll go over it, one more time. But again, all the stuff you can find on the website. If you ever have a video where I'm going over something and you don't fully understand it and it's regarding a package specifically, you can always just go to the purchase page at chasewins.com and it'll detail out what it is, what it costs, if it's on sale, what it includes, if it specifically does not include something. That way you don't for some reason think that it does. It's always listed right there. But real quick, subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell. That way, any time of the day that one of these videos goes up, because there will always be a free play, at least one, in every video that goes up on YouTube. That is a guarantee. We will not do a video just for the sheer hell of putting out a video. So there will always be winning and free information in it. And I've got a lot of stuff that I want to give you, some stuff that did not quite make the card as well as some stuff that did. So I'll give you what a premium play, and then I'm going to give you some stuff that came oh so close. But again, as I've told you, once we get into March Madness, within that first week, the criteria that I use to release a premium or daily top play or game of the week or whatever goes up. I change it. If I want to release a premium play in a true March Madness game. Now, if it's in a game like that we still have going on, like tonight, for instance, there's some ACC matchups. Clemson playing Georgia Tech, Florida State playing Notre Dame, things like that. We have a pick in one of those games. Well, that one, normal as it always is, same 1 unit premium play as always, same criteria to release it. But if it's a true March Madness game, meaning that it is in a conference championship tournament, if it's in the NCAA tournament, anything like that, then a premium play has to rate out at a top play. A top play has to rate out at a game of the week. Game of the week has to rate out at a game of the month, so on and so forth. And then we will up the units that we wager. And again, that's more designed for the people that have been wagering all season long with me, because their bankroll has been built up to that amount over the course of, the last 6 months. Now, again, if you've got a large enough bankroll, or you've wagered other things with me, or you just got the bankroll, obviously I would recommend doing the same thing, because it'll pay off tenfold versus what you would make anyway. Think about being able to make about 3 to 4x that over the course of a 4 to 5 week period. So that's what we kind of push out to not only those clients, but those who are coming on that have done it with us in the past or changed it from some other, whether it be a different sport that they're covering, or whatever they're doing, being with us in earlier in college basketball, or just doing football, or just doing NHL, whatever, and now they're wanting to get on for March Madness because they didn't buy the season, or they're not a full all access member, whatever the case may be, doesn't matter. But there's 2 March Madness packages that are offered. Number one is the standard March Madness package that we always offer, and that is the March Madness package. Usually it's $299, and it gives you every premium and daily top play from the start of the conference tournaments, which they are going on now. Not for the big conferences. Those won't start till next week, but your smaller conferences, those have started. And then next week, your bigger conferences will start. And then once we get through next week, then that's when everything, gets released and we get ready to start the big boy dance. The NCAA tournament, the NIT tournament kicks off, which I do play. So not as much as the NCAA tournament, but there's money to be made there, and we make it. But that usually runs $299. This year we were going to run it for cheaper than we've ever done it before, which we are doing so at $199. Can't beat it. You're getting almost 6 weeks of basketball, the best basketball of the year, the highest rated basketball of the year, and the basketball that you're interested in watching anyway. Most of you watching this video, whether you're, a true college basketball fan or not, most people don't care enough about the regular season to watch it religiously like maybe I do. But again, it's what I do for a living. And not only that, when it comes to, my Tar Heels, I'd watch them play a high school team just because. But I know people that are truly die-hard college basketball fans, and while they will watch their team, other than that, they're not just going to watch random college basketball on a Saturday or a Sunday like they might college football, even though they like college basketball better. They're just not going to do it, not until it gets this time of year and you're getting down to the nitty gritty to see who makes it, who gets a tournament bid, who ends up winning the regular season conference title, and how it's going to seed out to, are they going to be able to carry it on and also win their tournament, or is someone else going to do it and you're going to crown two champions, if you will. All that, $199. But one thing we've never offered before that we are offering is a March Madness All Access Pass. So throughout March Madness, over the course of the next 5 or 6 weeks, you are going to get at least one game of the week. I'm going to release one game of the week, or I'm going to release a game of the week every week up until possibly the final week. Once you get into the Elite Eight, Final Four, I may not. Again, I'm not going to force one when there's only those few select games. But when we're in the Sweet 16 and above that, before we get to the Sweet 16, there's enough action going on. I can pinpoint the problem within the odds maker system. We can capitalize on it, and we can cash in a huge 5 to 7 unit banger, week in and week out. There will be at least one game of the month released between now and, of course, the time someone's crowned a national champion. It will be in March Madness. And there very well could be a game of the month that's non-March Madness over the course of the next 4 to 5 days. You never know. There's one that I like this weekend on Saturday, but there's no line. There's no telling how it'll come out and if there'll even be any value there. But if you think about that, let's say 4 game of the weeks, that's $200. A game of the month, you add another 100 to it, so that's $300. And then you would still pay usually $299 just to get the premium and daily top plays for March Madness. You can get everything, every premium play, daily top play, lean, game of the week, game of the month. And again, like I say, once we get into postseason, if there is something that truly rates out at a game of the year, I have no problem releasing it as one. I just won't release more than one throughout the regular season. Once one's released, there will not be another one, win or lose. Doesn't matter. You'll get every bit of it for $299, and when then those plays come out, those games of the week, you won't have to buy them. They'll be included. That package, the All Access, is $299. It's only on sale through Friday. Is that right? How they set it up? I believe that's correct. It's Friday or Saturday. Forgive me. I will double check on that to see how they set it up, but I'm almost positive the IT team set it up to expire at midnight Friday night or Saturday morning, however you want to consider it. But that will go away. It's not that the price is going to go up. The package is going to go away and you won't be able to buy it. The $199 standard March Madness special will be available until Tuesday, when the first of the big conference tournaments begin. When round one of, for instance, the ACC tournament tips off, that package is now gone. You can't buy anything March Madness related. You will have to buy a multi-day all sports pass. Or if you want all of the March Madness action, games of the week and everything, you'll have to get on an all access pass for either 30 days or 1 full year. That will be the only way you can get it. So when you go to the website, you'll see, go to the purchase page. It's one of the first few there. I believe it's the second and third ones in line. You'll see it. You can't miss it. The description's there. Jump on it while you still have time. Because again, both of them will be gone in less than a week. One of them will be gone within the next 72 hours or so. So jump on it while you can. For those that have already jumped on, good luck. We're getting ready to fucking make some money. Then, next announcement, NHL. I can't say enough about it. It's been flat out on fire. NBA flat out on fire. NBA, we are having the best season that we've ever had. We've only crossed over 71% for a full season one time before. We've gotten right at 70% or just below it plenty of times. But crossing over 71% has only happened one time, and it was in the 2019 or 2018-2019 season. Fantastic year. We pretty much swept a 16 playoff selection with the finals. We hedged one bet and ended up making plus 1100 in the final game. I mean, it was just incredible. 71%, 132 units made, and we are on pace right now as we near the end of the season over the next 3 or 4 months. We are right now on pace to hit right above 74% and pick up. Right now, it's hard to say with units because you don't know how games are going to rate. But just based off of what we've done, if everything kind of goes the way it has been from opening day of the season, you're probably going to be looking right just above 140 units of profit. The NHL, outside of MLB, as it is many years, has been the top sport over the past, well, for this season. So you look back to 2021, now what we're doing in 2022, and over the past 365 days, the seasons that have been played through basketball, through football, hockey and baseball. Baseball was number one, obviously, and NHL is right there on its heels. NHL may very well make more money than baseball did, and I never, ever, ever thought that I would say that there would be a time where there was something that made more money than baseball. But I don't mind it because as much money as we make in baseball every single year, you think I'm going to cry because something else made more just because, I have the reputation of the best, MLB mind in the business? You think that's going to go away just because I proved that I have just as good of a mind in something else? No. So it's going to, look, money's money, guys. I don't care if I made more money in a sport that I don't know a ton about. Money is money. So if I hit 75% in MLB, trust me, I want to hit 80 in everything else because that's more money than my clients make, and that's more money than I make. And I'm not going to get on here like these other people and go, well, I don't care about myself making money. Fuck you. I do care. That's why I wager these games. I don't have to give this information out. That's why I charge for it. Because it's not worth my time just to give it out. I can bet it, make my own money, go on about my day, and not spend the hours and hours a day to make sure that hundreds of people get this information. So that's why it's charged. It's not going to go for free. I'm not going to pay money to send it out. That's what we're here to do. Make you guys money at the same time we're making money. It's not about making you money and me not making any. It's about us making money side by side and letting me make you money where you have no effort or work involved. You buy a membership, you get an email once a day, you place your wagers, you kick back, boom, make money. That's it. So both of those, NHL especially, we cashed a game of the week, game of the month, and game of the year, all in the same 7-day week, just over a week ago. You don't get better than that. You follow it up the following week with another game of the week. Easy winner, cashes before the third period even starts. We had 3 daily top plays throughout the week, or from Monday to Saturday last week. Sunday, and we cashed all 3 of them, or we went 2-1, excuse me. We went 2-1. And then on Sunday, I released a double top play day, both in the NHL. Both were blowout winners. Follow it up Monday with another top play day. And guess what? And it was in the NHL. It was another blowout winner. And then last night, the NHL, again, like it was nothing, it goes 5-2 overall. And we have a top play winner on the New Jersey Devils and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Over 6 goals. Nice big easy winner. Can't do anything else, man, but win. So everybody's been asking, like, hey, what would you charge for the remainder of NHL? Some people have asked, how much would you charge for the remainder of the NBA season? So you're basically buying the season pass. You're doing it at a fraction of the cost because you're only going to get from now. But it takes you through the playoffs. So you get premium and daily top plays from now until there's a Stanley Cup champion and there's an NBA champion, period. $2.99 for either one of them. You want a combo pass? DM me on Twitter. Let me know. Say, hey, I want to get both of them. I'll save you even more money and do it for $499 for both total. You can't beat that. That's going to be on sale for the next 24 to 48 hours. I haven't decided which one yet, but it's on the site. You can see it. It's in the first 5. You're going to get on the site. You're going to see the March Madness packages. You're going to see the NHL and the NBA seasons right below it. Price is already set. If you're just buying a single, you don't need anything special. You can go buy it, check out, get the discount immediately by doing nothing more. And there's going to be one more thing that you see on there when you hit the purchase tab. And this one's going to be number one in line. And that's the NHL Game of the Week. Now, that's not tonight. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'm not going to tell you what time. Well, I will tell you what time. 9 p.m. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're going to bet the Colorado Avalanche. No, I'm not. You don't know what I'm going to bet. But I can tell you that it's not that. I'm not going to tell you if it's in that game or not. It could be in one of three games. It could be a side play. It could be a totals play. Fuck, it could be a prop play. You know it's probably not, but it could be a side, could be a total. You don't know what side, you don't know what total, you don't know what game. 9:05 p.m. puck drops. 9 o'clock on the dot sharp, the purchase link will be off the site. You will not be able to get it again. Your chances of playing this game with us are gone. So you have over 24 hours. As of right this moment, you've got about just under 29 hours to get this play. It's live as soon as you make your purchase. You get instant access to it. You can make your wager early because I do feel like there's going to be movement on this. I feel like you're going to be, having some movement within the odds. There's already been a little bit. It was in our favor, though. I feel like it could go the other way. You could lose a little, or you could end up having to pay a little bit more to get this. So I'm telling you right now, if you're smart, if you're thinking financial, you're thinking like an investor, I'd lock this bet in before you go to bed tonight. Whether that's at 11 o'clock, midnight, whatever, purchase it, lock your wager in before you lay your head down and know that you were locked in no matter what happens with this line from that point on until when the puck drops. Now, if you don't buy it tonight, that doesn't mean don't buy it tomorrow. If it gets out of hand to where we've lost value or it's not worth it anymore, I will take it off the site without even warning you, where you won't be able to get it, and then I will get on here and let everybody know it's gone and this is why. If you see it up there, it's still valuable, it's still rated what it is, and I still recommend you hammer it for everything you've got in terms of our unit size that we put on Games of the Week, one of the biggest plays we release. So it's locked in, it's live, you get instant access. All of the All Access members already have access to it. So if you buy an All Access membership for 30 days or 1 year, the true All Access passes, you'll get instant access to that Game of the Week as soon as you complete your purchase. If you're not on one of those passes and you just want to buy the Game of the Week, go ahead. As soon as you buy it and you complete the purchase, you got access to the play. You can lock it in. Make sure that you have your winner set 24 hours or more before this game's even set to start. We'll make the money tonight. You'll already have it set up for tomorrow, and then I'll still have plays to release tomorrow, so you'll just be kicking back waiting on how much money you can make. Tonight, huge night. There is a top play, and you know what? As it doesn't happen as often as the other sports, the top play tonight is in the NBA, and you can get that for only $25. When you win or you get the next day absolutely free. There is a ton of NHL action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays thus far. There's 6 that I'm looking at, but there is 5 premium NHL plays locked in. I really do believe we're going to go 5-0 in the NHL tonight. I may even give you an NHL play here in just a second, and there is a ton of college basketball, both March Madness picks and both some that are not. That, again, like I said, there's some ACC action that we're playing. That's not a March Madness game, because they're not in their conference tournaments. So there's the best of both worlds, and there is a huge Wednesday hump day card, whatever you want to call it, and there is going to be a fuckload of money made tonight. Mark my words. Let's get on a free play. Oh, Game of the Week, as always, $50 win, or you get 3 days of all plays in all sports, absolutely free, no questions asked. Go get it. For those that bought the NBA play last week, your accounts have now been fixed. I don't know if you got the email the other day that we were holding off because of the limited amount of plays at the beginning of the week, and I wanted to make sure you got as many as you possibly could, just because that's what I like to do for people. I don't like giving them, if I tell them I'm going to give them a free day, I don't want it to be a day where we only play 2 games. I want to make sure that they get the full effect. So you guys are now taken care of. You know who you 3 are. And then again, you 3, I know we're having issues logging in, you're taking care of your fix. We figured the issue out. It was something to do with the way you were logging in from two devices without logging out, but don't worry, we got it fixed. Your accounts have been handled. It shouldn't happen again. So you're good. Anyway, let's get on some free plays. First, I want you to read between the lines here. First off, Predators crack in late game, 10:05 p.m. in the NHL. Let's go over some goalie stats. Saros, 2.46 goals per game for Nashville. That's what he's giving up. And then you got on the other side Dreiger, who's giving up right at 3.3 goals a game. That's what he's giving up for Seattle. Now, what have I told you about Nashville all season long? I mean, honestly, since 30 days into the season, I have preached this at least once a week on video. Nashville, whether they're a high-scoring team on paper or not, tend to score goals, especially when they give them up. And they always give up the most goals against teams who don't score very well and when they have a goalie in net who should be able to stop it. Are you following what I'm saying here? Here's a free play for you. Do this whichever two ways you want based on your bankroll. The Predators tonight on the road taking on Seattle. If you want to take the Predators on the money line, you'd have to lay $1.65 at William Hill. And that's what I laid. Some people may not like that. That's our limit. We don't lay over $1.65 on a money line play. And I don't even like laying that much. But if the value's there, if it makes sense, I will do it. Trust me, we've got the profit to back it up where we can take the risk and not bat an eye about it no matter the outcome. So we took that. And Nashville should win this game. And truth be told, Nashville should win this game by 3+ goals. Especially with just everything. I mean, you take in every bit of information for this game. They should just walk away with it. But think back what I said. Not just a second ago, but all season long. The total's only 5.5. If you want to go over, you only have to lay $1.10, which is absurd in and of itself. But go to your book and try to buy it down to 5 and just look at the number. You're going to go from $1.10 to over 200. The odds makers aren't stupid. They're trying to sucker people into this one. They're trying to sucker them in to going under 5.5 because of who Nashville's putting in. They're putting in one of their better goalies. And the fact that even though Seattle gives up a lot, especially with Dreiger, Nashville just doesn't score that well in the grand scheme of it all. That's the perception. It's false, but that's what that's all I ever hear is how Nashville can't score. I don't know what team these guys are watching, but they're wrong. That's why we have made more money on overplays involving the Nashville Predators than we have more than any other team in the league for this season. And I've been preaching it week in and week out. And every time I've done a look ahead for a week or 3 days or whatever where there's no line, and I blindly tell you bet the over on this, I don't care if it comes out at 5.5, 6, 6.5, or 7, and then when you do so, it blows over and they score 8 to 10 goals. Guys, I know what's getting ready to happen here unless this game goes the opposite way that literally the entire season has gone, 95% of the time. Read between the lines of what I'm telling you. Your free play there is to take Nashville. Take them on the money line if you have the bankroll. If you don't, and you don't want to risk the 165 because you're thinking smart, you're thinking financially, and you just can't risk it right now, take them in regulation to win and not go into overtime, and you only have to lay $1.20. The reason we didn't do it is because of exactly what I said. Nashville, when they can score goals, they give up goals, and they do it to bad teams. Tonight, they're playing a bad team. They're playing a team that is going to just throw pucks at the net in a sloppy form, shouldn't be able to score on anybody, and Nashville will inevitably let a couple hit the back of the net. And then you have Nashville going up against Dreiger, who's going to give up 4 goals, most likely. What do you have? If you can't understand what I'm telling you now, reading between the lines, I'm giving you a play on a silver platter. Take it or leave it. I would take the Nashville Predators, and I would also take another play that I guess you'll have to figure out this, riddle that I'm giving you. But there's you an NHL play. I tell you what I also like tonight. I don't love it, but the numbers make sense. Everything backs it up. I follow my numbers, I follow my system, I follow my experience, and so that's why I laid a unit on it as I should. And I took the Orlando Magic to beat the Indiana Pacers again for a second straight time in the same week. They've already done it once. We had the Magic, then we took them plus the points. I released a YouTube members only free play on the money line, picking up almost plus 200 on the Magic to win outright. Well, they're playing them again tonight. They're getting plus 3. Tonight, I only think the Magic should be getting +1. So is this one that could go into overtime or be a last-second shot? The Pacers eke out a win? Sure. That should happen a hell of a lot more than the Magic beating anyone, especially a decent team like the Pacers. But right now, the Magic are just playing, man. They're just playing to have a good time, win what they can, and build up some confidence to go into the offseason, regroup, put some pieces together, and hopefully come out and for the 22-23 season, not just competitive, but potentially postseason bound. Just like Miami built really fast after all that, going down to nothing and building that up. Orlando's getting ready to make that same move if they keep their guys healthy because of how young they are. And then they put 1 or 2 key veteran pieces around them to lead the charge. You're going to see the Orlando Magic in the postseason next year if this happens. Just like you saw with the Hornets. LaMelo coming in. Look at what you're seeing with the Chicago Bulls. LaVine staying, but then get Lonzo Ball, one of the guys that can assist probably better than any rookie in the league. I don't guess he's a rookie anymore, but I still consider him a rookie. He hasn't been there long enough to even have a cup of coffee. And he's one of the best ball handling people that also are dynamic in making assists at any point in the court. Dishing back out, dishing inside, underneath, doesn't matter. He's good at it. The Ball family, they have eyes for days. They have peripheral vision for days. Anyway, I like the Orlando Magic tonight, +3. I do not like them on the money line. I want those 3 points. I want them in my back pocket, but I don't want it for any more than 1 unit, period, under no circumstances. So Orlando Magic +3 at -$1.15. I do not like that one as much as I gave you on the hockey. And then let's get into some college basketball. Live Dog. Right now, if you go look at anybody, the experts out there are saying that Creighton, against UConn, Creighton only has like a 24.5% chance of winning this game and like a 30.10% chance of keeping it within 5 points. But yet Creighton's only getting 4.5. Why are they not getting 10? What you're saying doesn't even add up. You have a live home dog there. Should UConn win? Yes. Should UConn win by 5+? Yes. UConn should win by 12+. But I don't believe they will unless they get out to an early lead and they just make Creighton mentally fall apart. How many times have you seen Creighton mentally fall apart this year? Or any year recently, for that matter. Against anybody. You haven't. And I don't believe that this game is going to be any differently. And I think this is going to be a ruckus home crowd that wants to knock off a top 20, a team that's inside the top 20 in UConn and prove that Creighton is still one of those Big East big dogs. And UConn's coming into what Creighton now considers their territory, even though historically it's been UConn's. Creighton wants that new reigning. They want to be the Villanova of it all. They got a long way to go for that, but I do believe that they could upset UConn. They shouldn't, but they have every bit enough talent to do so and do so, in good fashion. Make it look good. So I want it to be a small wager, a lean at best, a half unit, no more. But you got a live home dog there at Creighton +4.5, and you only have to lay $1.05 for it. I do not like the money line because as much as I would like Creighton to win this, it's going to be difficult for them to do so. And that +4.5 gives so much more value all around, not just in terms of numbers, but also finances, versus trying to hope that Creighton can pull out the outright upset. But there's you a live home dog, for sure. Getting into something a little more, I'll tell you what, I like that same game. Creighton UConn over 134 points at -$1.15. There's you a premium play. That's on tonight's card. Over 134 points, minus $1.15, 1 unit premium play, lock it in. That game's going to cash, period. And then one more for you. UNLV, they're laying a point against Wyoming at home. The total set at 139. To be honest with you, I like the side and the total. I want you to do this one of two ways. If you're only going to bet one play in that game, and you want to do it for one full unit, truth be told, even though I think Wyoming has the length and the size to win, I think UNLV's just set themselves up for late season and postseason success at home. They get on the road, it'd be a completely different story. So tonight, UNLV, it's their game to lose. And unless they just don't play like themselves, they win the game and they win the game. This 1 point isn't going to matter. So don't worry about taking the money line because you're going to have to lay $1.30. That should tell you something in itself, that the odds makers know that even though they can't justify having UNLV lay multiple points, even though they're at home, because truth be told, this is telling you right now that the odds makers believe that Wyoming is still about a 2-point favorite, but the home court advantage is what's eking this into UNLV's favor ever so slightly. So I think that UNLV does have the upper hand tonight. Again, if it was neutral site or on the road, it'd be a completely different ball game, and I think UNLV would probably get dogged pretty good. But if you want to take one unit, no, I'll tell you this what I want you to do. If you want to play UNLV tonight, or you want to play the side, I would take UNLV -1, and I would take it for a half unit max. And then if you want to lay another half unit, I would go over 139 at minus $1.10, Wyoming UNLV, to go over the total. Now, if you just want to play one of those and lay one unit on it, I feel a lot more confident in the over 139 cashing than UNLV locking down this win at home. The 1 point's not going to matter. Either UNLV is going to win by 5 or more, or UNLV is going to get outright beaten by 5 or more. Mark my words. But let's do a recap of all these plays, and we'll do it in order of how I like it. First, we'll go the NBA Orlando Magic +3. That's probably your lowest tier premium at minus $1.15. Your higher one is going to be Nashville moneyline or regulation. I like true moneyline better. If you want to do regulation, I would lower that bet just a little bit because I don't like it as a true premium play. The other play that I'm giving you, telling you to read between the lines, making you think a little bit, between the Seattle Kraken and the Nashville Predators, that's my favorite out of all three of those we're talking about. Listen to what I'm saying. Now we get over into college basketball. I like Creighton and UConn over 134 points, more so than any play that I've given you. True premium play. Creighton +4.5 is the lowest. That's your live home dog. Sprinkle fun money on that one. Thirdly, I like Wyoming UNLV over 139, and I also do like UNLV -1 for a half unit max if you can afford it. But those are your free plays. Go get on the game of the week. Go get on the March Madness packages, the remainder of the NHL season, the remainder of the NBA season, and I'll do you one better. You purchase the remainder of the NHL season tonight or anytime before the game of the week goes off tomorrow, you'll get tomorrow's NHL game of the week for free. You will not have to buy it. And then I'll tell you this. If you do the same with the NBA, whatever the next big play is for the NBA, whether it be a game of the week, a game of the month, or a game of the year, doesn't matter. Anybody who buys the remainder of that, you will get that absolutely free, no questions asked as well. So tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern time on the dot is your cutoff to be able to also get those, that game of the week for free or the next big NBA thing for free, because normal season passes don't include those games. It's premium and daily top plays. But if you want it for free, you can get it. If you don't buy it by then buying it the following day is not going to get you that because it's going to be gone. So go do it. You will get, if you buy that NHL season pass tonight for $2.99, you get the other one immediately. You'll get instant access to it. You can place your bet tonight. You don't have to wait for me to send it to you. You'll get instant access the second you complete your purchase because I'll have it set up before you even watch this video. So go get on it. Everything's set up. March Madness packages, season remainder packages, game of the week, $50. Winner get 3 days of all plays and all sports absolutely free. Tonight's daily top play for $25 in the NBA. Definitely go jump on that. It's winner get the next day free. And if you want all of the other premium and top play action for tonight's huge card and beyond, 3 days starting at only $49.99 and 7 full days starting at $99.99. Can't beat it. Best in the business for a reason. Congrats on another fantastic February. Let's keep March going. We are going to make sure that the end of this week, which will be our first handful of days into March, we're already going to be on pace to set another record. Love you guys. I'll see you in the winner's circle.